Hello, everybody. If you want to read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 434, The Last Train Home, Part 2, Intermediate. Emma's hands trembled as she stared at the wet footprints on the platform. They were too large to be hers, and they led toward her. The station attendant frowned. "Miss, you're as pale as a ghost. Should I call someone?" Emma forced a smile. "No, I just need to get home." But as she turned to leave, the overhead lights buzzed and died. The station plunged into darkness. A whisper slithered through the air. "You didn't pay your fare." Emma ran. The chase. She burst into the rainy streets, her breath ragged. The city was eerily quiet, no cars, no people. Even the streetlights seemed dimmer, as if something were draining the light. Her phone buzzed. Unknown number. A text. "You can't run forever." Emma's blood turned to ice. She ducked into an alley, pressing herself against the damp brick wall. Scrape, scrape. Something was dragging itself along the pavement behind her. She spun around. Nothing. Then a hand clamped over her mouth. The conductor's bargain. The thing from the train leaned close, its breath like rotting leaves. "You owe a debt." Emma wrenched free. "What do you want?" It smiled, its teeth too long. "The train needs passengers. You'll help me. Collect them." "No!" "Or," it whispered, "you can take their place." A memory flashed. The man in the suit screaming as he was dragged away. Emma's voice shook. "How do I stop you?" The conductor's grin widened. "Find the first passenger, the one who got away." Then it vanished, leaving only the stench of damp metal. The first passenger. Emma searched all night. At dawn, in a crumbling archive, she found a newspaper from 1948. "Mystery disappearance. Local woman vanishes from late-night train." The photo showed a young nurse, Sarah Whittaker, last seen boarding the 11:45 p.m. line. Her train had derailed too. Emma's phone buzzed again. A new text. Coordinates. She followed them to an overgrown cemetery. There, beneath a rusted nameplate, "Sarah Whittaker, lost but not forgotten." The earth looked disturbed. Emma dug. Her fingers hit wood, a small, rotting box. Inside lay a train ticket, perfectly preserved. The ink spelled one word: freedom. The final fare. The conductor materialized behind her. "Clever girl." Emma stood clutching the ticket. "This ends now." It lunged. She slammed the ticket into its chest. The conductor shrieked, its body unraveling like smoke. The ground trembled as ghostly figures emerged from the trees. Passengers from decades of vanished trains. One by one they stepped forward, their tickets glowing. The conductor writhed. "No!" A blinding light erupted, then silence. The last stop. Emma woke on a sunny park bench, the cemetery gone. Her phone showed the date, the same as when she'd boarded the train. At the station, a new attendant smiled. "Next train's in 5 minutes." Emma hesitated. "Does the 11:45 ever have problems?" The attendant blinked. "Not in my 20 years." As Emma boarded, she glimpsed a familiar face. The man in the suit, alive and well, reading a newspaper. And in her pocket, a crumpled ticket. Paid in full. Vocabulary notes. Trembled. Verb, past tense. Meaning, shook uncontrollably, often from fear or cold. Example, Emma's hands trembled as she stared at the wet footprints. Similar words. Shivered. She shivered in the icy wind. Quivered. His voice quivered with emotion. Shook. The ground shook during the earthquake. Plunged. Verb, past tense. Meaning, fell or moved suddenly into darkness or water. Example, the station plunged into darkness. Similar words. Dived. The whale dived into the ocean. Dropped. The temperature dropped at night. Descended. The elevator descended quickly. Ragged, adjective, meaning rough, uneven, or exhausted. Example, her breath was ragged. Similar words. Harsh. His cough sounded harsh. Gasping. She was gasping for air. Uneven. The ragged edges of the paper. Slithered. Verb, past tense, meaning moved smoothly and silently like a snake. Example, a whisper slithered through the air. Similar words. Crept. A fog crept over the graveyard. Glided. The shadow glided across the wall. Sneaked. He sneaked into the room. Wrenched. Verb, past tense, meaning twisted or pulled violently. Example, Emma wrenched free. Similar words. Yanked. She yanked the door open. Tore. He tore the paper in half. Jerked. The dog jerked its leash. Rotting, adjective, meaning decaying or decomposing. Example, a small rotting box. Similar words. Decaying. The decaying leaves smelled foul. Mouldy. The bread was mouldy. Decomposing. The decomposing wood crumbled. Disturbed, adjective, meaning interrupted or messed up. Example, the earth looked disturbed. Similar words. Uneven. The disturbed soil was easy to spot. Disrupted. The disrupted meeting ended early. Messed. The papers were messed up. Writhed. Verb, past tense, meaning twisted in pain or struggle. Example, the conductor writhed. Similar words. Squirmed. The worm squirmed in the dirt. Thrashed. The injured bird thrashed wildly. Twisted. He twisted in his sleep. Crumpled. Adjective, verb, meaning crushed or wrinkled into folds. Example, a crumpled ticket. Similar words. Crushed. She crushed the can in her hand. Wrinkled. His shirt was wrinkled. Rumpled. The bedsheets were rumpled. Materialized. Verb, past tense, meaning appeared suddenly as if from nowhere. Example, the conductor materialized behind her. Similar words. Appeared. A figure appeared in the mist. Emerged. The sun emerged from the clouds. Manifested. Fear manifested in her eyes. Story written by DeepSeek AI. Image created by Designer AI. To read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you.